Nicely done.
That was Pandora.
Ah.
Hello! Good evening and welcome to Gilded Age, a Cypher system game about nascent heroes in a world entirely unprepared for them. I am Night Wanderer D, I'm your narrator, and I am here to narrate, elucidate, and titillate. And joining me today are three of my fabulous players, and we're going to start introducing them in clockwork order, which is not the same as clockwise. So, Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind most places on the internet. Today, I assume, I will be playing Remy Graves, the mutant mesmer of 1,000 faces.
So he is, with a limo driver. And Sparrow.
Hi, I am Sparrow, Lucky Red Sparrow, pretty much everywhere at this point. I'll be playing Rhea, which I haven't done for a while. I've missed so many of these sessions, so we're gonna learn together what the hell has been happening.
And a lot has been happening.
Yeah, I have missed,
And glitch.
but it's fine.
This session is going to be just a flashback of everything that's happened so far. It's the filler catch-up episode.
Yeah.
The mid-season clip
and-
show.
Yeah, and I'm Glitch. I'm here physically, and I'm playing Victor, who's also here physically. Mentally, though, listen,
Technically,
Victor's
you're
been
here
dealing with
virtually.
a lot. Well, I mean,
Woo.
yeah. Semantics. And yeah, I'm playing Victor, who is also just kind of there physically, but mentally, I mean, so much has happened that man has kind of spaced out at this point.
Which
Valid.
which is absolutely fair. And speaking of all of the things that have happened, we are indeed going to have, because we are missing some of our cast, a little bit of a catch-up session, both to our benefit and yours, dear audience. We will be watching this through the eyes of our characters as they sit around and palaver and prepare for the upcoming masquerade and talk to each other about all of the things that have happened in the past couple of weeks. It is really hard to believe that all of this stuff has happened within a very short span of days. We're talking maybe 2 weeks' time since you all met, and maybe 2 months since the
Christ.
event.
Fair enough. I had thought a lot more time had passed.
Yeah,
Personally.
same.
Well, time is relative. There were some time loops, and
Also,
Indeed.
that though, yeah.
I think for
That's
Jess,
kind
it's
of-
been like 4,000 years or something.
Yeah, Jesse's
So Jess
Around.
probably isn't
Give or
isn't
take a
mad
few.
that I pretended to shoot him, right?
At this point, no. I mean, that did
He
begin
has
his
so
villain
many
arc.
bigger
You're
things to worry
responsible,
about.
yeah, for him destroying the universe, I think, or something. But
I'm so
Creating
proud.
God.
I think he misses the time when you were shooting him.
I think he'd
Okay.
prefer
What
that.
the did I miss?
So much.
Well, why don't we open up with exactly that question? As we as the scene fades in and the camera focuses on this kind of small living room arrangement in the warehouse where Rhea has taken up residence with
Yeah, I love
her-
that we've all just picked my place.
Yeah.
had the most.
We're all
use.
just like, yep, this works.
Victor has another perfectly good warehouse we could use if it's a problem.
Yeah.
With that. You'd have to be extremely
Rhea
careful.
does
because
not
there's
give a
really
shit.
dangerous science experiments going on in there, but
I think
there's another perfectly
the
good
main
warehouse.
reason why Victor's warehouse hasn't been chosen over Rhea's is just the fact that there is so much stuff in there that's like in the process of being constructed.
And you know, any of it could just like explode at any given time.
Yeah, as one does.
Fair.
Okay. So, to set the scene a little bit, Jesse, after the event that has happened last time, has collapsed. You have made sure that he is all right. He seems to be perfectly fine, but in a deep sleep, recovering from whatever the ordeal is that he has gone through. So he is off in the kind of like catwalk / rafters part of the warehouse on the upper floor on one of the mattresses there, resting. We're going to say that Coraline and Lily are also up there taking care of him. And I think Rex will have gone off to clear his head a little bit outside.
Think we want to know what he's doing
Yeah.
with how he's been behaving lately. I think I'm good without that
Oh, it's
knowledge.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, is it though?
It's fine.
I don't know if it is.
Rhea, I think
We're both confused.
Rhea, I think you probably have spent a lot of time lately. Maybe there was at some point something that triggered a memory or an inkling of a memory, and you've spent a lot of time kind of chasing that, trying to maybe chase your identity down.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line we will have one of those Rhea's Big Adventure episodes, but until then we're just going to say that Rhea has come back from her soul searching without too much to know. Maybe a little bit. You maybe have recovered little snippets of who you are, but more of an academic sense of recovering your identity than actual memories. Like you have learned about this person who you possibly have been previously. Some details, but not all.
Just like the idea, she bursts into the warehouse and is like, turns out I like strawberries. Did anyone know that? I didn't know that.
And
Yeah,
I
doesn't
think
everybody
That's
like
the
strawberries?
thing she says after like
Yeah.
2 weeks apart.
yeah, I
Just
think I think that's exactly the point. I think that's like all of this has happened. Rhea has missed a spectacular like visual and metaphysical show. Bursts into the warehouse, says, "I seem to like strawberries. Did you know that?" And then you saw Jesse on the floor and like everyone being a little bit stupefied, and it was just like, huh?
Is everything all right? It seems like I've missed something.
And with
You
Crisis,
know I have a cell phone, right?
and with Crisis averted, I think the three of you are sitting around. Yeah, everyone has organized for perhaps a beverage for themselves or not, and please commence talking amongst yourselves.
Where to even begin?
What was Jess even doing?
That's a great question because I
He
was
did
not there for
he
a
did that
decent portion.
thing, yeah, where he started vibrating or whatever, and then just fell over or something.
And that's the least exciting thing that he's done
Yeah,
in
I
the
mean, he
past
did
24
mention
hours.
he killed all of us a bunch of times or something, but I assume that was hallucination, time stuff. I don't know.
What? I can't even begin to. Victor looks so stressed. He's just sitting here trying to think of how to explain it, and he's like, what even happened?
Meanwhile,
Above table,
I
I don't.
imagine
Go ahead.
Ray's just like cross-legged, like you know how bisexual people sit on chairs instead of sitting normally. She's just like cross-legged on her chair. Both of her dogs are sitting there, and she's just like, there's not a lot of expression on her face. She's just waiting to see what is said.
Above table, I don't remember what Jess was actually trying to do. There was a convoluted plan about like
Yeah. So
going forward in time and leaving information on a
so
laptop or
what
something.
so
I think.
what happened is
Yeah.
you guys had your experience of the time loop, and as the time, like, it was kind of like a little abnormal growth of time on the otherwise normal body of time that you guys inhabit at the moment. And within this abnormal growth that kind of like created a time loop, you guys found out about a future in which Mr. Gold succeeds, which kind of like dooms everyone to not one but like hundreds of apocalypses essentially. Um, and you found out in a library, you found in a library an old laptop that had on it the record of a book written by Jesse, called Everything Bad All at Once, or Why Jesus Can't Help Us Anymore. And
Is that what the name of the book was? No, it was something else.
I think it was
I
that.
think it was Jesus is no longer an option.
Oh yeah, Everything Bad All at Once, or Why Jesus is No Longer a Possibility. Um,
Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of like explained all of the stuff, but the laptop didn't have a copy of the book, and all of the physical books had already crumbled to dust. So that was the information that you guys came back with, along with a laptop. Jesse then decided to try and go back into that time loop and or like not to go back into, like, he tried to essentially get to a point where he can put that book in digital format onto the laptop,
So that we would find it.
so
Yeah.
that when you found the laptop you would have the book available. And that caused a bit of a to do. That caused a lot of trouble, because he essentially had to kind of, with the help of Coraline, he had to, well, with the help of future Coraline, because he went ahead in time and then kind of like projected himself through many time possibilities until he got to one where he managed to persuade Coraline to help him to choose the right path to get to that time loop. Managed to get to the time loop, managed to change that, but because that was kind of like an interference from the normal body of time in this abnormal growth that was already kind of departing because it had closed in on itself, he essentially managed to anchor himself back to the original timeline, pull himself back. He managed to get the book on the laptop, but in doing all of that, he actually created a little bit of a hole in the fabric of reality, which started spilling out some very nasty void stuff inside. And then shortly thereafter, there was a female presenting entity bathed in light, which appeared and closed that, um, inclined their head in what seemed to be gratitude towards Jesse, and then disappeared.
So Jesse created a god.
Or
Okay.
released something.
Or like, just did some time entity's job for it, where it was like, I took a break for like a day, and like, this whole fucking time loop shit stuff. Thank you for fixing it, but like,
Yeah.
let's not fuck with time. Okay, and like, I'm assuming this is what is conveyed to Rhea, as she's just kind of like, I love this. She's an amnesiac, so like for her, she doesn't know if this is just normal or if this is new. And so she takes it seriously. She just does the, huh. I don't suppose there's anyone else he could have asked about this. Or is that not a normal thing that people do?
Well, I mean, it wasn't really so much of a discussion as just I think, a decision on his part to successful, but maybe 7 out of 10 on the execution.
Right. So now we have a book that tells us what the bad guy's plans are. Or, yeah.
Jesse's recounting of
Plans are.
everything that happened leading up to it in a particular timeline, anyway.
Right.
If I remember, the Cliff Notes version was this gold fellow wants to arrest and then kill all psychic precog incline type folks because they cause fate to change or something, and he wants to destroy the idea of fate or something along them lines. It made it sound like everybody was kind of on board with the plan the first time. Was the problem? Like, he convinced everybody that was the way to save humanity or something. Which is why Jess's book was more of a, we're responsible for this. We should have not done that kind of thing, or at least we figured it out too late.
How topical. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I'm good. I'm fine. Knight, does Rhea know she's got precognitive abilities? Like, we've established that she does. She has visions and that kind of stuff. Does she know that that's what that is, or does she just
I think so.
assume?
I think that by now, had the gods of chance been more favorable towards us, you would have definitely found that out. So yes, I think by now,
Okay.
Rhea is definitely aware that if it's not necessarily like it's not for Rhea, it's less of an acutely precognitive vision as much as it is a sense. Like it's an instinctual realization that a certain decision has to be made a certain way.
Okay. So, in this future that he's talking about, I I suppose there isn't much about me.
I mean,
I was
not
I
by
was
any
hoping there might be an idea of who I was, who I am, but if everyone with some form of precognitive ability was removed, I don't imagine I would have survived.
Yeah, maybe. It's I guess the reason everybody went along with it, he is gonna come to power in some kind of way, sort of a politician style, like gonna convince people to put him in charge of things, at least this kind of thing. So
People called him the Golden Prophet. So he was
yeah,
just the first one with precognitive abilities to get enough public influence and then take everybody else out that also had precognitive abilities. So
yeah. So I mean, I suppose item number one on the agenda is making sure that he doesn't get that kind of power, convincing folks not to play along.
Right.
Yeah, so you guys found out that he kind of like he used his because he is a precog himself. He
mhm.
used his precog to prove to people that he is a precog, and then proceeded to use that influence to tell them that oh no, actually being a precog is really bad, and they need to be kind of like registered and taken care of because his argument was that he had seen all possible futures and every future in which precogs exist leads inevitably to like complete destruction.
Specifically, what you said was he has limitations on his powers, and so he can only see the worst possible
Yeah,
futures.
that
So
is a
we don't know if a good future could happen because Gold can't see a good future. He's only seen the worst possible scenarios. And
exact.
specifically wrote that down.
That is that is the information that Jesse has about Gold. This is like how Gold is convinced that he does see all possible futures, and he is acting upon that. Which I think you actually connected with what one of the things that the Dream Slakes told you, um, which was he. I
Wait, I took
forget the
notes.
exact. I forget what the exact wording was. It was very cool at the time.
I can find it. I can find it. I can find it.
Is it that he calls himself Gold? His name is shrouded in worlds no longer living.
That was one of the sentences, and the other one that came just before that, I believe.
It was it. He does not see what he believes he knows,
Yes.
which I
Actually
said, which
wrote
I
that
thought
down.
might be referring to destiny and fate.
Mm.
This is why I write things down, everybody.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to.
I actually wrote that one down.
Yeah. I was very proud of myself for that sentence. um, but yeah. So you got like those. You definitely connected those two things. Um, that the Dreams Lakes kind of like told you. You had, like I said, what Jesse wanted, like all of this extra information, like the fact that he only sees the worst possible outcomes. Um, that is information that you managed to get because Jesse did all of this time shenaniganery.
Mm-hmm.
That is like the information from this. It's very difficult because um, like this is not a book that was like properly authored, edited, proofread, and published the normal way, right? Like this is more of a self-published thing. So it is all very much akin to Jesse's train of thought. Like imagine Ulysses, but with Jesse's levels of anxiety.
Oh God.
So
Yeah.
so that's like
Peak ADHD energy. Got it.
yeah. So so this is why it's very difficult to kind of like figure out everything that is going on in this book and everything that he's saying, but like some massive, and to all of you looking at home, this is a shorthand way of not having to write an entire novel that you have told people about that they then decided to break the time stream to read. Um,
You're welcome.
love it.
That one was definitely my fault. Victor was like, "No, I'm opening this laptop," so that was like,
Yep. But yeah, like the main information that you got from it is that Gold kind of like got to a point where he got enough political influence to kind of like get there, and then something bad happened, and then he used that to get like further on. At some point, he did like a whole military rule Palpatine thing, then created like an entire like organization whose point is to track down and essentially eliminate precogs. And he was like basically going down the list from like most powerful to least powerful, right? Which is why like one of the things why like people like Rhea and Korra, who kind of like skirts the edge of that limit, because she's not necessarily precognitive, but she like as a wayfinder, she actually has the ability to kind of like, at least to some certain extent, um, realize what path to take to get to a certain direction, right? So that is like a very limited form of precog. It's like right there on the edge. But you guys have been kind of like protected by the fact that you are not really powerful precognitives. Others have not been so lucky in that timeline. And you're also aware that he is using some sort of very strange technology or magic or both, which is rooted in geometry. It is rooted in the shape, like the physical shape, the way that the molecules of objects form a shape is what is giving power to these objects. Those were the collars that you found in the dream slakes that were controlling them and so on. So like these effects are extremely powerful, but breaking or changing the shape actually can very much render them useless. Except that like you also risk like having a backlash because like you're modifying something that already has inherently power in it.
right, yeah.
Fortnite is just gonna have to explain everything to us, and we're just like, okay,
That's fine.
this
that's
is what
fine.
we were here for.
Yeah. Like
And
I said, this is
also,
a session
yeah,
for all of us to
apparently-
learn.
I don't know why I wrote this down or why I find it interesting, but
Okay.
Gold just kind of like disappears in 2040.
Yes.
Why that's just a big part of it? Yeah, he just kind of like he's there and he's in power, and then he kind of just up and fucking disappears.
Yeah. So one of his main like platform points was that he is aware of the fact that he himself is a precog, and once he has gotten rid of all of the other precogs, he is going to get rid of himself as well. Like that was
Also,
like
I
his
don't
whole
think he
thing.
wasn't using his powers the entire time. I think he was still using his precog powers the entire time he was in power. He was saying
yeah.
he wasn't, but I don't believe it.
That
Of
is
course.
actually very likely. And like there is never any confirmation or even information as to what he did. He just literally disappears in like 2040.
What else? What else? What else? What else?
Do we know where he is now?
Not yet. But hang on, I'm reading. Right, you weren't here for this one. We went to Smith and Gold because it was the name that was on the collars that the Dream Slakes had
Yeah.
on them. We went there and we visited them, and we saw a machine that most definitely made those collars. And so we're not 100% certain, but pretty certain that even if it's not right exactly now, at some point in the future, if not right now, Gold works with this company to like help with taking over the world.
I mean, he's already got to work with them to get the
Yeah,
colors for the Dream Slakes.
and that's what we were.
Oh.
I think that was what we were saying.
That's a good link then. We could.
Oh, really
Tristan.
big important one. Gold definitely has a partner. He's
Like a
working with somebody.
romantic partner, or
Yes,
like
that's the
What
important
did I
bit.
write down
the rest of that?
specifically?
That is like
Like sexy time partner. I mean, that's
yeah, like because that tells me
Um,
that Honeypot is not going to work on this guy. Now I
well,
know.
that's not necessarily true.
True.
Stop. What I wrote down was the one who made the blueprint for the machine, I believe, is working with Gold. Like somebody brought Gold the blueprint for this machine. I wrote down that this person is most likely responsible for the combination of the timelines, and that this might there's most likely some kind of magic-esque thing involved, but there's a really good chance that a lot of what's happened is also heavily more scientific based than we thought, because it may be a machine that combined all the timelines together.
I'm good with machines, as we've learned. I'm really good with machines.
Yeah, so
Talk about honeypot.
it doesn't even seem like Gold himself is like, I mean, obviously Gold is the main mastermind, but like it also seems like he's taking credit for a lot of
Someone
somebody
else's
else's work. Yeah.
Well, and whoever was at the company that was sort of supposedly in charge of or responsible for that machine died. And so the folks that work at the company now don't even really know how it works. Technically, they just keep using it.
Yeah, so
Actually
as
don't.
far as that side of things is concerned, you did some research on that. I don't know if you've uncovered everything, but essentially, the company was made by Roland Smith and Annabelle Gold, and that
I wrote
was and it remains kind of like a two-family run business. And because kind of like ownership is passed down the generations, currently there are actually 9 co-owners.
We know their names.
Yeah, those are matter of public thing. You've got Sebastian, Christian, Alexander, and Jane on the gold side. So those are all golds.
Hold on, I'm gonna write that
Yep.
down.
So that's Sebastian, Christian,
Christian.
Alexander, and Jane.
Gold. And on the Smith side?
On the Smith side, you've got Michael and Isabel Smith.
Yep.
And you've got Francine Lowe Neesmith. She married.
Could you say that last one again? For me, sorry?
Yes. So
Low.
Francine, and then it's Lowe. That's like the adjective, but with an e at the end. And then like Smith is her maiden name, which is kind of like the Neesmith thing, like the N-E-E.
Yeah.
But she always like puts it in because the name obviously carries like. She didn't opt for a hyphenated name, but she always says like Neesmith.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I stopped.
Yeah, no worries. And one of the things that you also well, yeah, no, that this piece of information I don't think you have uncovered yet. So that is the information that you have at the moment about
How
Smith
involved are they in the company? These people.
Somewhat. Usually there's like they have to, all of the decisions relating to the company have to be like voted on, obviously. But some of them have never like really been pulled into the public eye. Some of them a bit more. On the gold side, all 4 kids are kind of like in the public eye when needed, but most of the time they're kind of more hands off at this point because the company is an incredibly lucrative self-running machine. So they don't need to like be particularly hands-on.
I'm guessing we've investigated this all before. I'm sorry.
Um, some of this has
No,
been
it's good to go
investigated.
over it again.
Some of it is kind of like some of it I'm giving you as new information that you would have researched, like we would have found out in your previous research. Um, and
We have been looking at them.
yeah,
The whole reason the whole
Uh,
masquerade thing exists is because we wanted to go talk to those jewel maker people to
yeah,
so it was an excuse to go like, hey, we're having a big event, let us into the big fancy expensive place that you normally wouldn't let us even walk into.
yeah.
it's the whole reason we found out about the machine because while we were at that meeting, Victor and was it Rex? I think it was Rex. Were given like a tour of the facility, and
Yeah.
Victor was able to get a look at the machine and only recognize its power because it's technology that he's seen before from where he previously was living before all the timelines got merged. So
Yeah.
Well, we're running the masquerade.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is that what you said? Fuck.
I
Yeah,
think
that-
at this point
Why
our
is
plan
that
is
the
to try
decision?
to lure
Well-
out to see if we can lure out whoever Gold and their partner is.
so there's kind of
Kind
a
of.
the initial impetus. We found out about Smith and Gold when we broke those collars. So the initial thing was we just need to build up enough of a fake event, like call enough people and get enough people signed on that we can get these jewelers to like talk to us. So Remy organized this whole like charity ball event um, with some of his contacts just to get us in the door. And these are the kind of people he's used to working with, the big fancy, luxury lifestyle assholes who have too much money. Um, so it was really just a ruse to get in the door so that we could question them and get information about the company and who works there and what the machine does and all that stuff. But if you're going to go to all the trouble of organizing a very fancy masquerade ball, why would you not actually have the masquerade ball?
Out
But
of character, I wanted a
I have a-
masquerade episode. In character, lure
I have a
out Gold.
condition. I have a single condition as a player. I want my dogs to be able to wear like fancy dress. Come into this.
Absolutely.
it's expected.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So there
Little
was some
little
like,
top hats.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm good.
Little fancy
there
britches.
was, there was some setup and like we commissioned them essentially to make a very small. So the premise of the entire masquerade is essentially everyone's wearing a mask, a custom made mask, and people will be able to bid on those masks. In sort of a silent auction kind of a thing. And the people wearing the masks will be able to bid against themselves, essentially. Like, if you don't want to be unmasked, you can outbid whatever the current bid is to keep your mask on if you don't want your identity given away or whatever the case may be. But there would be some handful of these like very special masks made by Smith and Gold that are extremely expensive and exquisite and be given to like whoever the 5 most influential people at the party were, who were most likely to participate in that kind of a thing, and then commissioned a cheaper but still nice bespoke luxury company to make the masks for everyone else. Unbeknownst to the rest of the party, Remy specifically contacted that company because they would use cheaper materials that could be manipulated to say corrode and reveal things after being worn on someone's sweaty face for multiple hours.
Oh,
So the plan there, and this may never even come to fruition. He just wanted a backup plan because it was like, if I'm going to set this whole thing up, there's got to be an angle, right? So the angle
Yeah.
there, if we don't figure out how to make this work for Gold, is that he was going to take all the information he has on all these influential people, blackmail type stuff, like dirty deeds they've been involved with, bad business deals, and he's going to have it printed on the inside of their mask, covered by a thin layer of like fake gold, so that as they wear it through the evening, it starts to dissolve off, and like the list of the blackmail information is now on the inside of their mask. And once they realize that, they're going to try very hard to make sure nobody buys that mask.
Okay.
Damn.
I don't
But that's a
characters are always
subplot.
That's
That was
cool,
just
I
like
love
if
that.
we have to do this, we might as well, embezzle some money from some assholes.
Mhm.
It's all for charity.
On Victor's side of it, he's hoping that Gold might accidentally reveal himself if because there's obviously Gold is going to find out about this masquerade, find out that his like the company he's involved with are making the mask, and Victor's hope is that he's going to try to tamper with the mask somehow. Whether or not that backfires on him, not important. Victor clearly doesn't care about his own well-being and safety at all. Uh, but the hope is that somehow Victor can use that to his advantage to try and figure out who Gold is. In some kind of capacity, whether it's he's at the very like vaguest, he's in the building. Okay, let's shut down the building and figure out who this guy is
Yeah. I
somehow.
also
Um,
been toying with the idea of it. He's got to be a bit of an egotist, right? To set himself up as the golden prophet and the savior of the universe and
mhm.
all this business. But
At
regardless
the
of that,
very least.
his currency is his reputation, or what his reputation gonna be.
Mhm.
So my thinking was to draw him out, perhaps by getting ahead of it and taking it for myself. Um, and Remy will activate his ability again that just lets him appear as anyone, and he just becomes gold from what we've seen in the visions, mask and everything. He's like, so what if I was to say walk into this masquerade ball as the master of ceremonies and introduce myself as the golden prophet? I feel like at the very least I would get his attention.
It could.
I could assist. If
Yeah.
well, um, can I activate this power at will? The prediction power? Like I know it's just a sense of like what needs to happen next.
Yeah, let me just double check how it works, because I don't remember how that is coded. I think, was that a
You learn one random fact about a creature or location that is pertinent to a topic you designate. Alternatively, you can choose to learn a creature's level.
Oh, premonition. Okay, yeah,
However,
no, I was looking if
yeah.
it was essentially what I needed to know is if it was like a special ability that you can use, or if it was like a passive little extra thing that you have from your background or whatever, because there's stuff like that as well. This is fine. This is right. So let me just do something first, real quick. Yeah. So what would you like to what would you like to do?
The whole thing about the Golden Prophet is that, from what we've understood, is that he's a precog.
Yeah.
Remy is not a precog, but I am.
Mm-hmm.
Could I do some cheap parlor tricks? Well, like some easy premonition shit to then lend Remy credit as gold. You know what I mean? Like convey to him, you need to do this, or this is about to happen, kind of thing, so it can help sell the illusion and also lure out Gold, like make it more tempting for Gold to reveal himself because he's looking for precogs. So if
Mm-hmm.
we prove that that Gold, our Gold, is a precog, that's going to make him way more tempted to come out and if not directly confront, at least do something to try and either follow this Gold or
Mm-hmm.
interfere in some way.
So essentially, use your ability to try and lure him out more, like additional lure.
Yeah, just mostly just to assist Remy
Mm-hmm.
in this.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could probably like. I think from what you have learned of him so far is that obviously he is most interested in more powerful precogs, but um, that doesn't mean that you can't cause a lot of trouble if you like use your ability a lot, because like obviously whatever he is like thinking here is that the use of the ability, the use of precognitive abilities is actually what is the problem, right? Because knowing the future changes like destinies and stuff, and that always leads to disaster as far as he can see. So if you were to like use it a lot, it would definitely draw more of his attention towards you.
I was mostly just thinking to help sell the
Yeah.
illusion for Remy
Yeah.
that he is gold. And that way he,
Mm-hmm.
because Gold's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And having that ability to react precognitively to events would just help
Mm-hmm.
piss him off, basically. Because
Yep.
not only does this person look exactly like him, mask and all, but he's also got the same ability. At
Yeah.
least what looks like the same ability.
Definitely.
So, yeah, Rhea would offer that to Remy, just be like, I can assist. I'm not very strong in that kind of power, but I could nudge, if you like, and let you know what I see.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's kind of like the you ever run a psychic scamp? You probably never run a psychic scamp. You have somebody out in the crowd working, shaking hands, talking to people, getting info that then they relay back to the person who is the psychic, so that they know when someone comes up to talk to them information about that person that they shouldn't know. This is like doing that without having to shake their hands. It's a good plan.
I don't know if I've ever run a psychic scam,
Oh, that's fair.
but it does sound interesting. I do want to ask though. Perhaps this is a little heartless. If Gold reveals himself, what is the plan?
Well,
That part we have not discussed yet.
The simplest
I mean,
method would simply to be execute him
well,
to prevent
I mean,
his
that's
visions.
assuming he can even be killed. We don't really know what he is exactly.
I would assume anything can be killed.
Well, sure, but maybe not by conventional means. You could shoot Rex. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't die.
You see Rhea tilt her head ever so slightly as she just considers this for a long moment. Probably a little longer than most people would find comfortable. Like, she's legitimately...
She's
and I'm
trying
really
to figure out
sorry,
how to kill
Rex.
him.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Rex, because when you watch this episode, it's going to look really, really bad. And it's not a thing... Like she's not actually, like, malice-wise, but it's like a... Would I kill him?
Yeah, you're Batmaning them.
To be fair, Jess did the same thing last
Yeah.
time. So. Yeah. So I mean, if that's possible, that might be one way to go about it. But I think at least based on our understanding of what's coming and what's going to happen, the biggest thing that we can do is ruin his reputation. If people aren't willing to trust him, if we make him look bad, if we, put the spotlight on him when he's not ready, maybe people never follow him. He never amasses the kind of power he needs to enact his plan, and we circumvent the whole thing.
Takes Rhea a moment. Like, she is listening, but she's also still like... You could drop him into, like highly pressurized water, and the temperature difference should cause an explosion. That's where she's at. Like, she's listening to you, but she's still considering it. She blinks a few times. The most expedient method would be execution, but embarrassing him is useful. However, I worry when you take something like a reputation from someone, or when you take something that matters from someone, they have nothing left to lose. And while he may not amass the power he needs to do it peacefully at first, we may simply trigger him to do it violently.
That's true. I fully expect he's going. Go ahead.
Sorry. My concern is that, and Victor's kind of like hesitant to say it because I mean, that reading that book that Jesse wrote was an experience for Victor, certainly. But he's kind of like, when I was reading the book that Jesse wrote, he definitely made it quite clear that nothing short of an apocalypse is going to convince Gold to stop. So ruining his reputation may not even work.
Yeah, no, I suspect that ain't gonna stop him. My concern is more to stop everybody else from following him. It's gonna be a lot harder to do what he wants to do if he doesn't have the governments of the world backing him. If anything, He'll probably come after us or me, but
Yeah.
I'd rather his attention be directed there than a bunch of random precogs who don't know he's coming. I mean, I already died once. What's the worst that could happen?
I saw that thought.
There are two very distinct thoughts. First of all, precogs that don't see it coming.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yep,
ironic.
that's the one I saw.
Second,
Yeah,
like, second, Rhea will blink at that. What do you mean you died?
Well, I didn't always look like this, and my name wasn't always Remy Graves.
Give yourself an experience point for that.
Whoa!
Amazing. The wink. I can't.
I love. Everyone else is in on this joke. I'm sitting here like, what?
He like the way he delivered it and then like ended it with a wink like on
oh,
camera.
yeah,
It
okay.
was just
That was crazy.
It was like,
Only Adam can earn experience points just for simply being cool.
That's just Remy, man. He's smooth.
this is
Get
why I
one
don't play
job.
high charisma cast
Fair.
players characters, because I'm not smooth. I'm very much not smooth. I wish I
Preaching
was.
to the choir.
But
The peak of my smoothness was when I was supposed to smoothly find out whether a cafe that I wanted to go to was open on New Year's Eve. Went there, spent 2 hours drinking coffee and talking to friends there, left the place without ever having asked, and then had to go back and ask like directly without doing anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, like essentially as far as you know, killing him stops the whole thing. Saw that thought too. And the
not doing anything. Stop it. Can't control.
Persuading him to stop is nearly impossible unless you like literally like have an apocalypse, which obviously bad for many reasons.
Yeah.
I think you are aware that the idea of ruining his reputation in a way that like makes his climb to power difficult or stops it, like best case scenario he never manages to get to a point of power because of his ruined reputation. Worst case scenario, if you do like worst case scenario, obviously nothing happens, but if you do manage to ruin his reputation, you're essentially buying time while painting a target on your backs.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's fine.
Also, I'd like us to consider that there may be a slight hiccup in this plan, and it's that Gold knows who Echo is.
He has seen Rhea's face.
He has to, but I will be masked.
That is also true.
Yeah, I just in case.
No, but that's a good. That's a good reminder. I forgot that.
That note down too.
I forgot that
Yeah,
he knew.
I mean, it's entirely possible that he knows all of us for all we know. And
Yeah,
given that he
I mean,
has precog
Didn't send the
abilities,
Dragon Flakes our way.
yeah,
That is true.
and given his precog abilities, he may even know we're planning this. But again, if we make it public and he doesn't want us to, that
True.
still kind of solves that problem, even if he sees it coming, unless he finds a way to stop us. But then that also kind of tips his hand a bit.
Yep.
In a way that could benefit us, yeah.
And
Part of me still wants to go back to being like, wait a minute, what was your name before?
As a dead man.
For lore reasons, what was your name before?
This is secretly
I've seen that
actually a
episode.
lore
There are
episode
lore
already.
reasons.
I'll have to watch your lore episode. I do. I've been so bad at watching anything lately. Legit, I've not watched any TV shows, like streams, anything like that. It's like for months. It's been awful. Anyway,
I think
There's a time I used to go by the name of Rembrandt. Guess Remy ain't that far off.
does that spark anything for Raya?
Well, let's have an intellect roll. There's going to be a difficulty 6. Which means that you need an 18 or higher to succeed, but let's see what stuff you have.
I have intellect shift.
You have an intellect power shift, and level 2 is actually, so that lowers it to a 4, so you need a 12 or higher. Let's see. If you, well, you can also spend, you have 2 effort. So if you wanted to, you can spend 4 intellect points to lower it by another 2 levels. Which would lower it to a 2, so you would need a 6 or higher.
I really want this to happen.
That's
Do
fair.
I get effort points back, right? Like on a rest or something?
Yeah.
just
Like
take points out of your pool.
effort is
Yeah.
just like you can apply effort to every roll as long as you have points to spend, and your points recover on rests.
All right, cool. Yep, I'm gonna spend the points.
Okay, so you spend 4 intellect points
so
for that.
D20 means I have to roll a.
You need to roll a 6 or higher on a d20 to succeed.
Come on, baby. 17.
17. Very nice.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe the dogs recognize that name first
I could be.
because they heard.
Yeah. I could be horrible at this point, but I won't be. I will be only a little bit horrible.
I mean, come on, like, throw it at me. It'll be an interesting.
No,
it'll be
not
an
in that way.
interesting
Like
moment.
in a horrible to players way, not in a horrible to characters way. But it
He doesn't wanna give
definitely
me another
like.
aneurysm.
You like. There's a moment he says Rembrandt, and 2 things happen at the same time. Both of Rhea's dogs immediately jump up and start like sniffing and looking around, and like hunting essentially. And Rhea, that name definitely like there's this moment. It's almost like a deep sonorous bell goes off that sends you just way off into a trance, and there's this kind of like spiral of memories that explodes like white hot pain behind your eyes as you remember that last conversation you had and the encounter with the delivery guy and all of that scene leading up to your becoming.
I think what you would see is like Rhea, like her dogs immediately perk up, like, and you've never seen them go into hunt mode before. Like, they're trained dogs. They normally just like kind of they follow her, but that's a and she goes very still. I think the stillest that you've ever seen her go. She kind of tilts her head. Rembrandt. That was your name.
Spontane.
So I don't remember why I was there. Like I basically remember everything from the intro episode, but I don't remember anything before that.
Exactly, yes.
So I don't remember, but I don't like remember the people that I was associating with.
No, you don't remember the people, you don't remember the relationships, you don't have the emotions connected to it other than what came from like from that episode.
Sorry. Yeah, like so Rhea in general is a quiet person that you've noticed. This is different. It's almost like something in her just shuts off. Like there was emotion, there was curiosity, and then there's just nothing. I remember that name.
Do you now? Well, I mean, I did get around. You all right, though? You look like you seen the ghost.
You and Remy are friends, right? Like at this point, like they're pretty solid friends.
Yeah, I think so.
Just a nonchalant.
She kind of, yeah, definitely.
Remy's
she-
everybody's friend.
She blinks a few times. I just remembered something. I don't think I'm a very good person.
Welcome to the club, darling. I ain't seen you do nothing but fine things since we met, though. So, what exactly did you remember?
Does she tell him? I think I think I used to do horrible things. I think I killed somebody.
And that is going to be where we're going to go on a break. We're going to
He
take.
does this on purpose. He sees how invested I get, and then he stops.
I
Worst
honestly,
part
I
is,
was like the
I
thing
have a
that I was
limited time.
the thing that I was contemplating was if I wanted to put the break, like go on break before giving you the results of the die roll.
Valid.
That would have killed me.
Alrighty, friends, we are going to go on a 10-minute break so everyone can stretch, hydrate, do take care of themselves. You do also take care of yourselves. We will be back in 10 minutes with the second part of this episode. See you in a bit. Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
I hope you are refreshed and ready to find out what happens after Rhea says, I think I killed people.
I think I killed somebody.
Did they have it coming?
I don't know. It's slow, like she's piecing it together. I imagine they didn't all come back at once. It's like association, like bits and pieces. Like so, as she remembers shooting somebody,
Definitely.
she remembers the hunt for that person, and like that bits and pieces around it. I think I was supposed to do it. I had to do it, but I don't know if he deserved it. I think I've killed a lot of people, Remy.
Well, I mean, it sounds like that's just speculation at this point. I wouldn't beat yourself up without knowing for sure.
What if I'm one of the bad ones?
Oh, I worked with lots of the bad ones. The good ones, I've done good with the bad ones. I've done some bad with the good ones. What you are is what you decide to be a minute from now, a minute after that, tomorrow. Don't matter who you was, where you was. Rembrandt, he died. I'm what's left. And I'm trying to do better. You can be whoever you want to be.
I don't know who I want to be. But I do know. And she kind of gets this distant kind of look to her, and almost reflexively, her dogs do kind of come back as like sensing that her emotions are fluctuating, which is very rare. Well, was very rare before she lost her memories. I don't want to hurt the people that matter to me.
That's a good start.
Is I don't remember people mattering to me before this. What if I forget again?
Well,
Then
then the
we'll remind
people
you.
that matter to you will remind you.
It's perhaps the most unsettled you've ever seen her.
And at this, you also see that both of her dogs are like very close to her. Like in general, they keep close to her, but they also keep like a certain distance. It's almost like they're comfortable knowing that like they are within Rhea's vicinity, so they don't need like constant like literally melee proximity. But this time around, like they're literally like pressing up against her legs as she sits in the chair.
Whatever happens after this, after everything, we will handle it when it comes. For now, we have an entire world to save. And I think if anybody can do it, it's our group. This is the first nice thing Victor has said about these people.
Aw.
I think. If I'm remembering correctly, I think technically this is the first nice thing he has said about this group since he joined.
I honestly think this might be the first time that he has like actually like addressed
Acknowledge
the
he's friends with
idea
them?
of like addressed the idea of cohesion amongst the group and the individuals and himself as part of it.
We did it. It only took the entire campaign.
It's fine.
Slowly but surely.
We're a team.
So it broke down those walls. It was gonna happen eventually.
And the last
I love
contract has
this.
been signed.
The funniest thing, right, to me, because for those, can I spoil Rhea's origin
Yeah.
episode?
They've had
Yeah.
time to see it.
Yeah, I watched it.
So, Rhea is an assassin, right? A cold-hearted. Before this, she didn't have emotion. She didn't care about anybody. It was like paper shades, and yet she acknowledged the group before fucking
Yep.
the cold-hearted assassin was just like, yeah, we're a team.
I'm not
We're
going to spoil
family.
Victor's backstory because that episode hasn't come out. But there's a reason. In his
Oh my
defense,
god. All right. But I think people will be looking for me. I think
Again, I
I've
say-
missed.
Join the club, sweetheart.
technically, aren't we all out of character? Technically,
Technically
wouldn't there
fugitives.
still like an entire
And
company?
technically,
like,
we're all being hunted at this point. Yeah, but
Yeah.
didn't we have to like very
You-
aggressively tell them to back off or something? I feel like I remember that being a thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
was-
there was some light threatening at a police station.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love
technically.
that. So sad I missed that.
We tried to
Okay,
negotiate
Rhea-
first; it just didn't go well.
They were very mean.
They were.
I was gonna make a joke, but that would get me arrested, and I don't want to do that. So, she kind of seems to resolve settles in a. You don't look like you used to, right? Like at all. There's no
no,
physical
no.
semblance.
I mean,
Okay.
there might be like some leftover facial feature because I mean, his face didn't change that much. He's got scales and fangs and things now, but like his face is probably, if you knew him well, you might see a resemblance, but his body's entirely different.
Where I'm going with this is that Rhea is worried that her being in your vicinity is going to bring people who are going to recognize you and try to kill you. That's where her mind is going at the moment. And I'm like, she knew what you looked like before, because, well, before she lost her memories, she had an image of you and her dogs were hunting you. So she kind of is like, if I stick around, if I stick too close to you, and the people that are looking for me come and find me, they're also going to find you. Do you see what I mean? Like that's where her thought pattern's going.
Sure.
I think to that effect, one of the things that Rhea would have noticed is that your dogs have not picked him up. So if anything else, even his scent is different. Like even when his name was mentioned, his previous name, they started looking, but they couldn't find him. They didn't sniff him out.
Okay, and they're fucking great dogs. So genuinely, the only things that the previous Rhea ever trusted.
Yeah.
She
So
gently settles her hands on them. Okay.
It's all good. I've been hunted plenty of times before, and well, I'm a lot harder to kill now than I was then.
Part of me really wants her to then tilt her head like she did with Rex.
Stop trying to figure out ways to kill everybody in the group.
She's an assassin. That's what she does. I think
just-
Rachel
it's just
wouldn't do it
contingency
for Remy.
plans.
Though.
It's just
No,
contingency.
that's the thing. She doesn't do that for you, which is weird. She just like nods, settles her hands on the dog's head, and then very gently says, "You may not want to mention that name to people anywhere that come looking for me,
Oh yeah, I don't make it a habit. You know
but I
some of the folks that I know. Did we cross the same people? I mean, I crossed a lot of people, to be fair, but
She looks so hesitant. I don't think we crossed the same people. I think I'm one of the people you crossed. Well, I worked for them.
oh, well, it's a good thing you found other employment. Those are not nice people.
Remy, I think I was hired to kill you.
You suck at your job.
And it does make her laugh. In my defense, I had an accident and forgot.
Didn't we all? If it's any consolation, they sent somebody else. I left him as a statue in a warehouse somewhere downtown. That was the first time that ever happened. First time I ever killed anybody. Didn't even know I could do that.
I'm sorry.
To be fair, you're still not certain if it kills per se.
Oh,
I mean,
God,
he's just a
do not-
statue. He could be alive. I don't know.
That is horrifying. Please no. I would rather be dead.
Yep.
I have been working on trying to figure out if I can reverse it, but that's a dangerous experiment.
Well, if you want to try and reverse it, Rhea will 100% go with you, so that if you do manage to reverse it, she can make sure that they don't try to kill you.
Yeah, imagine that you trap someone for like 2 months in a statue form, and then you
God, they
unstatue
would be
them, and then someone
insane.
else kills you.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
You're not mad at me. Or horrified.
No more mad than I'd be at your dogs for chasing a squirrel. People do what they train to do. Till they learn better.
I am learning better. I hope I am.
Seem to be by my estimation. Do you still want to kill me? I mean, that would be awkward.
She tilts her head. Again, it's her way of thinking it through. No, I don't want you, Dad.
See? No problem.
I do want to shoot you occasionally when you steal my snacks, but I think that's normal. I'm sorry, Glitch. I just see you like fighting for your life.
really funny.
It's not my. You bring the best liquor back. Everybody else here has terrible taste. So I don't.
I thought it was just that they didn't know. Do they like that stuff?
I assume it's embarrassing.
Paint thinner. It's an
Yeah.
affront to liquor. This is the, like she's genuinely upset about this. She thought they were just like they didn't know better. And as someone who didn't know anything, she can't really be
Hey,
bitchy about it.
as far as reasons to be bonding over go, not the worst.
I mean, yeah, that's a really good point. We could have gone a completely different route and have been all trying to kill
Yeah.
each other by this point.
Absolutely.
Let's be grateful for the little things.
In fairness, Victor's not from this universe, and
No.
Rex can't drink. So
Yeah.
I mean,
on
And
that
also,
on that
that man
point,
should not be drinking.
on that point, Victor, just like out of curiosity, what has your experience of food and drink in this world been? Like, is it more or less flavorful? Is it different? Is it too much? Is it like what would you say that the comparison was between where Victor was before he was where he was before he came here?
I think just based off where he was before, it would most certainly be less bland. So I definitely think it would be more flavor, definitely, because I think before Victor would have been making a lot of the food, his food himself, and it would not have had a lot of flavor. There wasn't a lot that he could like take from to make very good food. I definitely think, again, a lot of what I do with Victor is going based off of my own experiences, and for me, it goes day by day on what foods I can handle and what foods I can't handle. And so I definitely think for him, it is kind of like a day by day basis. Sometimes it's great, and he's like, I get to experience all these new foods that I have never tried, and he's curious about trying them. But other days, you're sure lucky if you can get him to have like a granola bar.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's probably like days where he is like, oh yes, let's go and try something new, and then he stumbles upon some weird atrocity that
And he's like, why did I decide this was a good idea? and then he doesn't eat for a few hours
Yeah,
after
yeah.
that, probably.
It's like, yes,
When it
let's
comes
try
to
new
like,
foods. Oh, what is a cabbage-filled donut? No.
no,
It's a 3
that's an
That
a.m.
hurts me
call, and
emotionally.
insanity.
Victor has to be dragged out of the Waffle House. It's just like,
Yeah, every
no.
once in a while, he will call the group and be like, what, what is this, and why is it a thing that exists? When it comes to drink, he definitely, I think, at the beginning would have tried to see if he could drink alcohol without any negative consequences, and it wouldn't have gone well.
Yeah, fair.
As in, Jace
Super
would have been
negative
taking care of
consequences.
himself for at least a few hours
Yep.
afterwards. Then he wouldn't have touched it again. But he definitely does, like, again, going off base my experiences, a lot of tea, a lot of different
Yeah.
kinds of tea, because each kind of tea can do something different.
Yeah.
He has to be forced to drink water and to remind himself to drink water because he's a scientist.
Yeah.
And
That explains everything.
He's
I
gonna-
imagine that on the at the during these times when like the group is a little more chill and he's in the middle of experiments, every once in a while he has to be like dragged away from the table he's working at and reminded to like eat and
like how
drink
you
water
just-
and function like a human.
You just Pavloved us all
Yeah,
into taking a drink
Totally.
of water.
Yeah. Everyone's just like, yep, need to hydrate.
I'm really good at my job, guys.
Yeah.
I just love the idea that like everyone else, like it becomes like a Rochambeau thing. Like, all right, who has to go and drag him away? And occasionally,
Yeah.
like Rhea will just send her dogs, and they'll literally just grab and
Yep, yep,
pull.
yep.
Because you're not gonna do shit to dogs.
I actually think
Yeah,
that they
exactly.
don't even pull. I think they just like herd him. Like they literally go on both sides of Victor and start like navigating him.
Yeah.
So it's like
Away
he
from
has
the
to
table
actually
into,
like
like, an
lean, like
actual,
he
like,
has
chair.
them for support if he needs to lean on them because of his leg. But it's
I
like
love that.
they are very persistently like literally hurting him.
I'm drawing that because I love
Yes.
the idea of that. So
Absolutely.
that'll be an art thing to play.
There
'Cause
is
that's
a
great,
picture
yeah.
of both her dogs in the character
In
character
the yeah,
description somewhere.
character descriptions. Yeah.
I want to remind people that these are not small dogs.
No,
They
no,
are
dude.
fucking massive
ass.
wolf dogs.
Big ass.
Yeah.
Big ass dogs.
They're like ip-ite.
Yeah, but I
Especially on
definitely
Rhea.
think because I mean, by all technicality, Victor is experiencing. He's experiencing a lot of new things, but he's also experiencing a lot of things that he already knew, but for like a second time.
Yeah, because he
Because
spent
of what
a
happened
huge
to
amount
him
of yeah,
before
definitely.
coming here. It's just there's been a huge amount of time since he's experienced any of it, and so a
Mhm.
lot of it is stuff he already knows, but it's like also new for him in a way that is like difficult to explain because technically, I mean, I think he's kind of mentioned he's not from here, but I think by this point still nobody really knows what exactly besides obviously his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows exactly where he was before this because he
Yeah.
hasn't explained it.
Yeah, no,
So
I-
everybody's
I
like,
mean,
"Why is
it's
this all
also-
new to you?" And Victor's like, "I can't. There's not."
Yeah.
Is here with us? Like, have I just been ignoring the fact that you've had a live-in boyfriend this whole time?
He's
Like-
usually Victor and Jace are like in a warehouse. Whenever we're not at this
Okay, yeah,
warehouse,
cool.
they
Yeah,
have their own
Well, yeah.
Like
warehouse.
Jace is not here. Like he has not been like hanging around you guys and you guys just like patently ignoring him as if he were an imaginary
Okay.
boyfriend. He is
He's
is
usually out
fully
doing
present.
something
Just
else.
like yeah.
I was just like, did I just forget this entire
He's kind
time?
of like the like guy in the chair for the group, I imagine, in which he's doing a lot of the experiments that Victor can't do when we're off
Yep.
saving somebody's lives.
Definitely, yeah.
But Jace is also trying to figure out how they got there and what exactly scientifically might be going on with everything and ways to like help it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's why Victor is able to kind of get information like the stuff off the laptop because Chase is in the background doing all of the actual work.
Yep.
Or as far as we know, is actually imaginary. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen him like once, and it was
Victor
when
could
we were
totally
all
be lying
dreaming.
about having a partner.
I mean, the thing is, like, as far as you guys know, like, you have all kind of like
no,
established
no.
and
Remy
accepted.
has seen him.
No,
You were there when we rescued him.
no.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, like, as far as everyone is aware of, and like, you all just kind of like sort of accepted the idea that Victor is not from like around here, like he is from a different universe. As far as you guys have accepted,
Mhm.
You have like, It
What
has
universe?
definitely been all based off of what little Victor has been able to tell you, not because of, I don't think, even I think because of secrecy, just because of how fucking weird it is. Like, that
And
Victor
also
himself is
that
trying
nobody's
to.
asked him.
Yeah. And, like, I don't, like, yeah, I don't think there's, yeah, nobody's, like, really grilled him about it. And I don't think anybody, like, I think that for Victor, it is less of a surprise. Like, he is definitely trying a lot of new things. He is having a lot of new experiences, but he is having them in the way of someone who has had similar things happen before.
Hmm.
Like, having new experiences is not a new experience to him.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, but yeah, um,
We don't have a lot of time, but
Yeah.
I'd also like there is a question that I've been dying to ask for a bit. What the fuck happened with Rex that everyone's just like he's now super scary? Because as far as I was aware,
He's been acting real weird.
he's been acting
Well,
real
I mean,
weird.
he's the king of hell, or at least will be.
What?
So there's
Okay,
that.
so going back, when they like time traveled and there was the weird time loop, one of the
Yep.
apocalypses that happened, fully Rex's fault.
Right. Okay.
From what I understand, because I wasn't there during that episode. But from what I
I mean,
understand,
to be
it was fully
fair,
Rex's
I'm pretty
fault.
sure it was like the last one when pretty much everybody was already dead. But
Because
basically,
Makes
like
sense.
everybody on Earth was dead except Rex, and he was enormous, like Godzilla-sized. And the robots that we encountered introduced him as the king of hell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is it?
That
Where
is a
it?
thing.
and I think
Where is it?
before that, I'm not sure on the timeline, but either before or after that, but I think it was before that, he had a moment of like extreme anger management issue where he
Oh
started.
yeah, he kind of melted the
He's
warehouse a
had
little bit.
multiple
Oh
moments.
yeah, he melted the
where he's
floor.
been,
Yeah, he melted into. Yeah, it is. He's had.
possessive in a scary way.
He can get very like aggressive and stuff, and like he hasn't so far displayed it towards you guys, and obviously you guys don't know what was going on in his head at the time when he was going through that, but yeah, like he has he can. It is very dangerous for Rex to lose control, and he has shown that he does not always have the ability to keep control.
There was also, after we dealt with context, when the pocket dimension thing happened and that loop kind of got like
Close
not
off.
closed exactly, but kind of closed.
Yeah.
It created a like like a creature that was created from this like pocket dimension that we had to like go and fight at Jesse's place of work.
Oh yeah.
And
Right.
whatever that thing was made of or whatever, it like became I wrote down an emerald green rock, but that doesn't feel accurate to what it that was. But like Rex like took it. He didn't tell anybody he took it. He still has it. It's still like embedded in his palm. And then when the stuff with Jesse happened and the like God thing was created, everybody was kind of like taking a breath, and he just like left the warehouse and seemed really in a weird mood.
Yeah.
He's been in a weird mood since the whole time loop thing and the King of Hell thing, and it's been.
I mean, that would kind of put anybody in a weird mood if you found out. You were
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Learning that you were responsible for an apocalypse kind of dampens the mood. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that was immediately like, did I cause an apocalypse? Did I did that? And I didn't find out? Because
Well,
that
there
would be a
were-
cool.
There are many.
Multiple
I got shot.
apocalypse.
Many.
I got shot by an alien.
What was the number? I wrote down the number.
That was
There
not
it
even
goes.
that was not even the true like that was just a number up to like some point, I think.
Yeah, they
It
kind
was
of stopped
35
counting
to
because nobody was
37
allowed.
different apocalyptic events,
Yeah.
one after the other.
Yep.
So,
Okay, cool.
so he's just been
okay.
acting weird. He's just been acting real.
So
weird.
maybe me considering how to kill Rex is not actually
Yeah,
a
no,
bad
definitely
idea.
not a bad idea. No, not necessarily.
Not
No.
exactly terrible. No.
And
Cool. Yeah.
Possibly David.
I think this kind of sort of conversation as you're all kind of interacting and trying to figure things out and connecting the dots and everything, it kind of goes on for a little while, and then slowly the rest of the group starts coming back in. Obviously we don't know who's going to be with us for the next episode, or who is going to be missing, but like some people come back, and I think that sort of puts a lull in the conversation, because some certain things that have been said here are definitely not necessarily things for everyone to know. It is obviously a very private thing for Rhea and Remy, like this whole connection that they have from before. The conversation about Rex is not necessarily the way to keep having a conversation once Rex and the others come back. Unless Rex doesn't come back and the others do. So it's kind of like there's like this kind of like chatter that goes on and twists around, and then some other members come back, and the camera kind of like pans out, zooms out, and like goes above as kind of like this background chatter becomes a little bit unintelligible. As we end today's episode, in preparation for some big events. We have to prepare for the masquerade. We have to have the masquerade. So there's still a bunch of stuff left for us to do. Until then, however, we are going to go on a round of outros, and then I'm going to see if we can raid out into someone. So, Sparrow, who are you? Where can we find you? What do you do?
I am the luckiest of lucky red sparrows. I am a Final Fantasy streamer on a quest for 100%. And apparently now I'm a Marvel Rivals player, which is a lot. Been playing it every week with the Creature Crew, which is a lot of fun. You can find me here on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials, really, except X. I don't really like X.
Fair. Very fair.
I have an account on there. I don't use it, mostly because it's my little act of defiance. But yeah, eventually I will be back into TTRPGs, but that is going to take a while. But add me.
Amazing. Glitch, who are you? Where can we find you? What do you do?
Who's next? I've been Glitch. You guys can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet as Glitched Chaotic or some variation of. I got multiple little projects going on. Beta reading a book for a friend. That book is most likely going to be released, I believe, March of next year is what she said. We're all going on a little bit of a hiatus right now, though, from making content about it, and then like doing the beta reading because the writer and creator is burnt out. I'm a part of a friend's audiobook for Legendborn over on G Reads at YouTube. That's GI Reads over on YouTube. That also has had a little bit of a hiatus, but hopefully we'll get back up and running on that again here soon. Guys, I know I said I was going to get better about Twitch streaming, and then I didn't get better about Twitch streaming. I got really burnt out for some reason. I swear streaming is going to come back with just like little bits of hiatus with the holiday season, but next week I'm like forcing myself to stream. I'm so sorry. To everybody who follows me who hasn't been able to watch my streams, I'm going to get better about it. I swear this time. You can follow me on Twitch at Glitched Chaotic, which is where I will be streaming. We are playing through Marvel's Midnight Suns, and then also Hades 2, which has had its 1.0 release, so we're going to be playing through that and seeing what new story elements have been added. I'm very excited about it. Let's see, what else? Oh! I am going to be posting my art somewhere new. Not sponsored, but if they want to be sponsored, I'd totally be okay with that. If you guys want to see any of my art stuff, I'm gonna start posting it all on Unveil, which is it'll have an app eventually. They're making one now, but it's a website for artists of any kind, art, writing, all sorts of stuff you can put on there. Stuff for both my book and my Percy Jackson AU fanfic that I'm writing are going to be on there as I make character designs and start posting the worlds of those stories on there. So if you want to see those and follow updates on those, I will put those on there. Stuff for the Gilded Ages probably will also be put up on there as I make art for Victor and Jace and this whole AU for them that I might, once the stories over, branch out into something further. We will see, but all of that's going to be posted on there. I'm gonna steal John's thing, and if you like art and have too much money, I can draw things for you. Whether they're good things, debatable, but I can draw things for you. And I need money. And that's about it right now for what I'm working on.
Just that. Adam, who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind most places on the internet. You can most easily find me at my card, soulbind.card.co. It's got links to all my socials, VO demo reels, music and sound design stuff that I've done, clips from TTRPGs and things. Yeah, check it out.
Alrighty. And last and certainly, absolutely least, I have been Knight or D. You can find me on all of the things. That's not Knight Wanderer. That's Wanderer with an O. You can find me on the. I have a link tree where you can find all of the links and everything. I am in Ben Newb on Cybertopia pod. I am in John's bacon flavored pods. Currently, Mecha vs. Kaiju is on hiatus, but we are going to be playing a Weird West game in Manifest, where I am playing a cowboy, a gunslinger called Ben Stevenson, who has a horse named Steve Benson and 3 guns named Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose. So that is coming up, and that is going to be a lot of fun. I do all sorts of stuff. You can check out the links. I stream on Twitch thrice a week. Currently, we are going to start streaming Mass Effect, all of the 4 games and stuff. Streaming also Baldur's Gate 3 now and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. The schedules are on my Twitch and everything, and that will have been all for us. We love you very much. Thank you very much for being here with us. Be kind to yourselves and to others, and we are raiding out into D&D Jordan Lee. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.